Now, as we commemorate Women's Month, the United Nations Women's South Africa is challenging youth to showcase their creativity through photography, presentations and articles on social media. It's part of the UN's hashtag Break the Bias campaign aimed at building a gender-equal world. Dr. Hazel Gooding from the UN Women joins us now for more. Doctor, very good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. So, hashtag Break the Bias as we look forward to the National Women's Day this coming Tuesday. Why hashtag Break the Bias?
A very good afternoon to you. I take this opportunity, first of all, to convey greetings from the UN Women representative of the South Africa Multi-Country Office based in Pretoria, and also to wish you a very happy, you and your viewers, a very happy Women's Month. To go to your question, actually, why this campaign? This is an opportunity for us in South Africa to really reassess and re-energize our efforts towards the promotion of gender equality. Just to give you a bit of a background about this campaign, it is jointly being undertaken by the United Nations country team in South Africa, and it's really an opportunity to amplify gender stereotypes. We're all aiming, as you know, to create a world in which it's equitable, it's equal, and sustainable. So evidently, in order to reach these lofty goals that we are trying to achieve, we need, first of all, to break all biases in whatever shape or form they may take that really entrench stereotypes that hinder our efforts towards equality. So the key objective here of this competition is really to allow the youth of South Africa. We know there is amazing talent among our South African youth. And through this competition, we are trying here to capture the creativity in photo and video that can really visually tell the story. It's the message that we're trying.
What sort of story are you looking for? I mean, what sort of pictures do you want, the young people? I would assume when we're talking about the youth, you want to communicate mainly to the young males in South Africa. But what sort of stories do you want them to tell?
Actually, when we talk about gender equality and women's empowerment, it's about human rights in general. So actually, this is about all genders, all of society. It's not just a women's issue. So that being said, we really would like to see through our youth, through their eyes. They are the ones who are actually inheriting tomorrow. So that's why there's a focus on youth. So we would like to see through their eyes, how do they perceive their future. We are here today to guide through that process, but when we offer this platform, it's an opportunity for them to share in their creativity and to tell their story through their eyes. What are their perceptions and how do they see their future through video and through photos.
Okay, so once they've done that, just to clarify this, where do they is there a portal they can upload, their videos, their pictures, and so forth? How does this work?
Absolutely. Just to also caution, we have only 5 more days left for entry. The competition closes on the 10th of August, and winners will be announced at the end of the month. There is a website for more information. It's southafrica.un.org/break-the-bias. And it's more information about the competition can be found there. Is all outlined what we are looking for and what are the requirements.
Okay, so Doc, what's your take in terms of, as the United Nations Women's South Africa, your take in terms of bias within the workplace? Are things getting better?
That's a very good question. As you are aware, this is not just about South Africa. This is a global phenomenon, and we are seeing the need to find creative ways, innovative ways of getting the message across. We are seeing progress, yes, but there's still so much work left to be done. I often mention that our take on this issue is actually based on evidence. And, there are numerous studies that prior to the pandemic, we were told that through studies that at the rate that we were going in terms of the achievement of gender equality, Sustainable Development Goal number 5, that at that rate, we are not likely to achieve our objective for another 50 years. Subsequent to that, in more recent studies, we have the Economic Times telling us that not closing this gender inequality gap is actually costing us around $70 trillion US. And it will take us another 257 years to close the gap at today's rate.
So really, it's years, Doctor. That's sorry. That's a long time. So I just want just to a quick one for me. What do you think is the biggest impediment in 30 seconds?
I think the biggest impediment is us not really getting to the core issue. What's actually driving these stereotypes? What is actually driving the continuity, the way that we are going so far in our addressing the root causes? Why are we not addressing those root causes? In South Africa, there's a lot of dialogue around this issue, but I think what will help us is asking those hard questions and getting to the root causes.
All right, Doc, thank you so much. Just a quick one for me, if you can just repeat when does the competition close?
On the 10th of this month.
What's the portal again?
And I'll read it for you, southafrica.un.org. And if you do a little search around Break the Bias photo and video competition, yes, you should find all the information related to this competition.
Thank you so much. That's Dr. Hazel Gooding, who's the United Nations Women South Africa Multi-Country Office Deputy Representative. That's a long title. She was just talking to us about the hashtag Break the Bias. That competition is still on, and she gave you the address for the portal. It's a good initiative.